Hello chess lovers, Soren here, and in this video I want to share with you a brilliant attacking game played by legendary chess player Savielly Tartakower, who was one of the strongest players in the beginning of the 20th century. His opponent is Slovene chess player Milan Vidmar, an electrical engineer by profession. As you know, Mikhail Botvinnik was also an electrical engineer and computer scientist, and what is interesting, he studied electronics by reading Milan Vidmar's books. So this game was played in 1905 in Vienna. Tartakower, who had white pieces, opened up with e4, to which Vidmar answered with Sicilian defense. Nf3 Nc6, d4, c takes d4, knight takes d4, and g6. Black is going for accelerated dragon. Knight c3, knight f6, bishop e2. In return, white is setting up this classical system and d6. Well, usually when playing accelerated dragon, black is not hurrying with d6, and the idea of keeping the pawn on d7 is to go for d7, d5 in one move. Instead, in the game we see d6, h3, black castled kingside, queen d2, bishop d7. Well, still at this point, playing d5 is okay, move which can allow black to activate his position and create some problems for white, because white king is still in the center of the board, and that d5 can also hinder white's kingside attack. But in the game we see bishop d7, g4, a6. Well, too slow, you know. Going for an exchange of knights on d4 and then e5 and bishop c6 is something which is really worth taking into consideration. If f3, then d5 can be played, but in the game we see a6, and very soon black will find himself in a very awkward position, you know. White is now hurrying to open up the h file. Knight a5, and there it goes already. The h file is opened, and white will now intrude inside opponent's camp. Once again, let me tell you that black's attack is too slow, while already there are serious issues in black's camp. There we have it already. We have a direct mating threat. Rook e8, black is freeing the f8 square for his king. And after an exchange of knights on e6, we have a very beautiful move by Tartakower, rook h6. He is freeing the h1 square for the other rook, and then wants to go for a queen sacrifice and announce a checkmate. Bishop c4. This move is allowing black then to play e6 and open up a luft for his king. And now a question arises: how should white proceed with the attack? You can pause the video and try to find white's next move. Let me remove the arrows and leave you with a very hard task. So in here, Tartakower played e5, a very strong move. White is opening up this light squared bishop's diagonal, can go for a bishop sacrifice, and also this pawn is going to play a destructive role. Now if, for example, bishop takes e5, then bishop takes g6. At this point, black went for bishop takes d3, but instead of recapturing, white decided to push forward his e-pawn once again, and we have e6. The pawn not only is having a demoralizing effect on black's king side, but also is blowing it apart, you know. Now if f takes e6, then rook takes d3, and then white will win this pawn on g6, and black's position will collapse. And at this point, if bishop f5, then bishop d4 is winning. Yeah, there is no defense. In the game after e6, black went for this standard exchange sacrifice, which can be seen very often in dragon variation, and by saying thank you, white recaptured. Again, f takes e6 can be met with rook takes d3. Black played queen c8, trying to win this pawn with the queen, but it's too late. There comes bishop d4, and black king is in a mating net. f6, trying to keep alive the dark squared bishop, but there comes g takes f6. e takes f6, bishop takes f6. The bishop is untouchable because of queen f7 checkmate. Also now there is a mating threat. Black played queen b7, neutralized as a threat, but even this can't help him. Can you find white's next move? That's very simple, and the move just asks itself to be played. There it goes. A queen sacrifice is on the board. Bishop takes h8, and after rook h8 we see a checkmate on the board. So this was a very impressive attack. I won't be even afraid of saying that this was a perfect attack which blew apart Milan Vidmar's defense. In the end, a chess puzzle for you, or the task is to win with the white pieces. As usual, we'll wait for your answer in the comment section. Thanks for watching, we'll see you in my next video.